Na-
Yeah, this is
Anime.
Redline stuck in my head.
Oh,
Yeah.
anime. Hey, welcome
Best
back
the best
to
soundtrack.
Gameplay Dismay. This is Wingaticus coming at you with another anime review, Anime Dismay. And today we are doing Redline by Takeshi Koike from 2009, 10, 11. I'm not sure when exactly it came out. Um,
09.
2009? Yeah, I think it came out in US in 2010, though. But anyway, and I got my two counterparts here, Canon and Arcus. If you guys want to say hi.
Hola.
What's up?
Here. Here to
Hello.
talk anime, be samurais.
Yeah. But yeah, Redline. What do you guys want to? What are you guys' thoughts on this movie? Full spoilers ahead. We're gonna be talking about the beginning, the end, the middle, all at the same time. So it's gonna be jumping around.
The whole thing, yeah. Well, what can we say about Redline? Well, first of all, I would like to say that it is nice to take a break from the heavy philosophy and just have some nice fun balls to the wall, just running around crazy racing anime. So, no more reflections on the nature of man or
Existence.
the role memories played or
Yeah, there's no B plot here. It is just racing.
Yeah.
yeah,
The B plot is them preparing for the race, which I love. And then, like the commercials and
but
bits in between, like
yeah.
interjections.
And it's pretty much a speed racer on crack, more or less,
Yeah, pretty much
in space.
in space.
Yeah,
Speed Spacer.
uh, speed spacer, yes. Also, space dandy. Our guy has a ridiculous pompadour, so that makes him a dandy guy in race.
In race. There we go. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I love this movie. I don't. I remember seeing a trailer for it. I think it was like Anime News Network or some crap like that. Um, and like way before it came out, like 2006 or something. I don't know when. But I was like, oh damn, I want to see that movie, and I like had the trailer. I remember, and I always like remembered it, so I'd always like keep looking it up every couple years because I was like, where did that movie go? And then I remember like reading all these articles and like uh, it was like taking for them to forever to make. Oh, no. Taking for them forever for them to make it because it's mostly traditional like hand drawn art like, and
Yeah,
this
there's no
is
CGI. It's all hands. It's like 10,000 frames or something.
yeah like and from what I remember the
And it
very
makes it worthwhile.
the use of CGI is very like minimal. It's like kind of like an overlay or something where or like maybe for like Funky Boy or something. Um, it's like very sparingly used, and you can tell like it's all very like clear cut, like straight old anime, but like in a very, it almost looks like CGI, like how straight, like how color like filled in it is, you know?
Thick, thick black lines.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's nice.
yeah, just like I remember hearing about this movie, and just like when it came out, I was just like, hell yeah, finally! And then just I wish I could have seen it in theater. I don't, that would have been amazing.
that
That would have been
that would
cool.
yeah, some kind of experience.
Yeah,
Especially with the soundtrack blaring in surround sound, just dun, dun, dun,
yeah, it's got a good soundtrack.
dun, 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 red line.
Funky
And it's
boy.
just every time it kicks in, every time it's starting to get serious racing, they play that one song.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
the Machine Head. He's like, they say it whenever they can. It's like whenever he's
yeah,
mentioned, they're like, "All right, put in this theme song."
yeah. That needs to be like a
Like a soundbite.
yeah soundbite.
But yeah, right in the very beginning of this movie, it just starts like in the middle of the race, and like people are hanging out. All these dog people. There's a dog racer. Uh, no, he didn't make it to Redline. I don't think no.
But he was in Yellow Line in the beginning.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah,
yellow.
that was the qualifier.
Uh, but yeah, that was a great race. Just like in the beginning, one of my favorite parts of the movie is um, JP. Like as soon as one of the people blows up in front of him, like in the yellow line race in the very beginning, and he's just laughing through the fire. Like as soon as it explodes, he's just having a good old time. Just like he's like okay, and he's just laughing through the fire. I don't know. I thought it was
Oh
funny.
yeah, he loves the race.
Yeah,
He's having
and that was like a great, very like the one of the first scenes you see of him. It's just him going crazy in the car in the race. It's awesome. And I love that he
That
just
action
has the
packed.
old Camaro. Like, he just has the old
Trans
car.
Am.
Trans Am, sorry, yeah.
The whole beginning sequence is like a race, so that's how they get you in. Speed racing movie does the same thing. Like, why am I gonna watch this? It's because of this crazy race.
Yeah, give me a
It's
good
funny
hook.
because then they don't race again for an hour.
Yeah, they're all
So, like,
lead.
It's all
It's all lead up.
Like, I'm very enthralled with all their. I like how the whole middle of the plot is a lot of it's presented as like commercials and promos for the race, like in
Yeah,
universe, like it really works.
yeah. That definitely filled in the gaps, and it's kind of short. It's like an hour 35 minutes or something like that. Hour 40. Um, but yeah, all around, just a good old time. A lot of crazy, just out of nowhere, the sci-fi robot world, bioweapon Akira stuff going on, and I love like how much you get out of the universe just from like the characters like talking, like the galactic what like empire, like whatever, their this weird civilization they got going on, where they're like, oh
Robo World?
no, just them, and he's like, oh, that space girl's breaking the cheat treaty and whatever, and like they agree not to use magic in the race to be fair game or something because they just love the race for some reason, and
Yeah,
that
they
world
were
does.
building.
They love it so much the queen is willing to like break the treaty and do whatever to like have the race on the world,
yeah.
and
What
like
struck me is it was probably thinking back and looking back on it, it was probably that whole race was just a pretense for the what's her name, the princess, to declare war on Robo World, and she pretty much successfully did that.
yeah,
Well,
or
they
maybe
used it
she
though.
knew
She
about,
destroyed them.
yeah.
What's that?
She like destroyed them. She spawned her ship at the finish line, like in their conference room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But, like it shows it in ruins, but you never see like any of the guys or generals after that.
maybe she had the in on the Funky Boy, so she was like, I'm just gonna expose it, like use the racing as an excuse to expose him.
Yeah, they did say that apparently Funky Boy was a violation of treaty.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
what a better
biological
way
weapons.
to get it when the whole he said the ratings are going through the roof. He's like 80% of the galaxy's watching us right now or some shit like that.
Yeah.
The Funky Boy is a visual and audio freak.
Yeah, yeah, the big blob.
Like he's crazy. Yeah, the screams with the pulse, energy pulses, like it works so well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
good
all animated crazy.
good sound effects for sure.
The Funky Boy is like the coolest part of that movie.
Yeah, Akira
Yeah,
just
didn't
pops
get,
out
like,
of the nowhere, and you have to
yeah,
race
from
around him.
Akira, but I also got like Nausicaa vibes from him. It wasn't right? In Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, at the end, the giant the biological weapon there, right?
Yeah.
That they tried
What?
to reactivate. That's
That
Was
was
it?
like a whale that he fused with.
Yeah.
Nazca? I thought those were natural ones. Oh, those are the ones in the
Well, they're like big made on
snail
normal
things
monsters.
or whatever. I don't remember. I gotta watch that again. But yeah, and
Yeah,
like what?
yeah, Nausicaa, they're bioweapons from the previous from the last war.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, and just those other two racers that have the I guess movies or something. And he's like a superhero in real life because he was running on the track.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, the guy that looked like Beavis and Butthead, and they like break in. They like were hired by the Redline committee to make sure that shit's going through to have the race.
Yeah, I thought that was just Batman and Robin riff.
It was.
Yeah.
But also there were also mercenaries too. But also
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
But in their commercial, when she's watching it, whatever Sansana, what's her name? Sonsane.
Cherry Boy Hunter.
Cherry Boy Hunter, yeah. She's like, oh my god, what a name. She's like, that's terrible. Oh shit. Where are we going?
Yeah, no, this movie is delightfully self-aware. Like all the racers are like parodies or characters from someone else. I mean, you got the two women racers. A car is a woman.
Yeah, the magical girls.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say
I've heard of women having cars, but and then yeah, the two are a riff on Batman and Robin. And
Those-
Brava, you said.
yeah, those two. I thought when she was watching them that it looked like a promo for their movie or something that's coming out, and he's like a superhero because he was running along the car in the race, and the bullets were just like bouncing off of him, like he didn't care, and he was running along as fast as the race or something. So I was like, what are these
Probably
guys?
all tie-ins and promotions for their movies and stuff.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
like-
They're
Yeah.
from like some other crazy world. And then the two guys that were like rivals with the cop guy or the gorilla cop guy.
It's like
Yeah,
some
that could
big
have been its
story
own
that's like
movie.
barely touched on.
Yeah. And
Maybe
Machine
Texas
Head's all
Outlaw.
crazy. Oh yeah, quick shout out to Takeshi, the director. He did a previous short that had the two characters that they meet in the restaurant, the lobster guy that came in and was eating their food, and then the dude that was getting his ass beat with the big ears. That's Trava, and I forget the other dude's name, but they're from a short that he did years before, and it's like kind of similar where they're just like kind of like bounty hunters or something running around, and I think there are racers in there as well. Um, but it's a similar kind of similar tone, like in the anime. It's like similar style, but just not as like detailed. It's like a 30 or 40 minute short. But that's on YouTube. I highly suggest you check that out. It might even be on the bonus features of the maybe some Blu-rays, or something like that. But yeah, if you guys like Redline, definitely check out Trava because they're the two of the side characters they make it all the way to the end of the race, or most of the racers do. But it's fun seeing them in there. Like he just throws them in like in his next movie. And it's just crazy side characters. And yeah, go ahead.
Unlike, say, episode 1, where the only one to finish the race is the one who wins, Anakin. Most of the racers kind of got to the end there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then at the very end of the movie is they're all really in it for the sport too, because at the end they're all just like laying on top of their cars like, oh man, that was great. Like they all had a great time, the ones that survived
they're
anyway.
happy that they're in love.
Yeah, and they're all like, oh, that like what a way to finish the race, you know. So wait, what was did they pop? Did he pop 3 and then her 4th and then the bomb at the
Yeah.
end? So it's 5.
That seems to be the sequence, yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I could have sworn I missed one of him popping a 3rd one. I was like, I thought he had another one somewhere. I don't know.
He was annoyed he had to pop one early, and then she just went ahead and threw one in. And then
Yeah.
he's like, we gotta pop another one, and then she's like, I got my special one my dad gave me.
Yeah. And the Motorhead guy had
Had
the
a
other
similar
special
one.
one. What was it? I forget what they call it. The Super Hydro? What is it? It was like some like nitro fuel that they're like some
Yeah.
like the racers are aware of, and there's nobody can master except Machine Head because he evolves with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much one with his car.
Yeah.
I also find it hilarious that Machine Head just doesn't take any shit from anybody. He's just wandering into the restaurant.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
he could-
guys with
He could probably just beat up everybody or smash them or evolve into a weapon. Probably just evolve into a giant axe or some crap. Oh. But yeah, characters, story. If you guys wanna, anything else you like about this
Character
movie?
introductions were cool because it does it like we're the viewers watching a race, because we are viewers watching a race, because they're like, here's all these commercials about them, and little bios and stuff, and it works. So it's not just racing a bunch of no names. You're like, oh, now I know who that is. I know who that is.
Yeah, and like they do. For a little bit, I wish they kind of focused on JP a little more, because I feel like there's just so much other like world building on all these other racers in the race itself, which is fine, which is good. But I feel like they could have shown him do a little more stuff. He definitely gets his moments, but
He only got a couple sentences of backstory, but apparently
yeah, that's like
enough.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be he was like mysterious, because when they were saying it, they were like, "Well, we managed to dig up on this guy or whatever." Like, I think he was
Mob
like,
ties.
yeah, intentionally supposed to be that way.
He's our view into the world, but also he has a like super backstory, but it's like not so bad or secret. So they don't really focus on it.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Not every protagonist seems to be like some huge thing.
Yeah.
Backstory.
And he almost wasn't even like. I like all the racers because I was rooting for some of them, like the Trava guys, because they're like keeping up, and and their friend that they left in the army that cries and gets stronger. And I was like, another great part is like, He's like, I'm sorry, sir. I have to join the race. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, get to the sector 7 and protect baby. And he's like, ah. And he's like, I gotta enter the race. I'm a racer now. That was great.
You know, they weren't very one-dimensional like that.
The thrill of the race, man. You gotta love it. I
Even
feel
in general,
I feel the
they're
love in
very
this
different.
movie. And just
There are,
like
yeah,
the camaraderie between the mechanic and his buddy, and like their backstory, which is really good. He's like, he put his life on the line so I could race to win, and I lost. So I had to, you know, he's like I gladly go to jail because, you know, he risked his life for me or what, so I could fucking race. So that's why
Frisbee's the only one that had character development.
who?
Frisbee.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, oh, he's actually gonna win the big one, so I'm not gonna.
He's not gonna.
Not pull him up.
Yeah, he's got to
do
watch it. Yeah, he's like, he's gonna watch. Yeah, he's gonna let him live his fucking dream, even if it kills him.
Everyone else was the same at the end as they were at the beginning. Frisbee.
Yeah. Yeah,
More or less, yeah.
I guess that is kind of
Not
true.
Not every movie needs ridiculous rich character development.
Yeah, but it's all
Just wanna watch a
and
good race.
yeah, and that's
But
good
it's funny
too.
because they're all well developed. They're not necessarily well developed. They are like really all well sketched out. They're all distinctive characters.
Yeah, like you can like that's good to spread that like character development. Have it be the other character, like, and especially his main best friend, who he's obviously, you know, best buds since they were kids. Like his whole like montage with them is like you get a lot between those two, and just the small like flashbacks. Even when he was they were kids, apparently with the girl back in the day, and she doesn't remember him. And he says he liked it, and he introduced himself and stuff like that. So maybe she might. I don't know.
He
If
claims
they're
she
still one or
doesn't-
the other.
Yeah, but the way she actually doesn't seem to remember him. But
Yeah.
she does get pretty familiar with him pretty quick. So it's up in the air. I like it. It's not all.
It's not like about that. Like at first I was like, oh, I was like, of course it's just that, but they did it in a nice, like, it's not the focus of the movie. The racing is the focus of the movie, which is great.
She must have
Yeah,
been. She wouldn't have said she loved him after such a little interaction otherwise.
Yeah,
Maybe that's how they roll in the future society. I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah.
And she's all about the race too. Like that's why it's awesome. Like she's like whatever, and especially her skills with her cool car, like F-Zero type like hover thing, and then she's all about like she's like putting the pedal to the metal at the end there. She's like, let's go.
Yeah, she's more into it. She inspired him.
Yeah.
Even back in the past. Like, let's get going.
Yeah, she's like, quit laying around. She's like, I'm out here dig my car out. Y'all watching.
Yeah, there's neat stuff going on there. I like how they seems to be a thing in movies where they get these like flashbacks that kind of have a backstory, but they don't really elaborate on it too much. That actually reminded me of Kung Fu Hustle, where like the main character's got a backstory with a girl there. The deaf girl, remember in Kung Fu Hustle, she's selling toys or whatever.
I barely remember that movie. I gotta watch it again.
So they interacted with each other in kind of a similar way.
Oh, just kind of like, you know, passingly.
Yeah, it's like they know, and the little flashback lets us know, and then that's like enough for them to go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go off of. But yeah, I really like what?
I like that little touch. They didn't like focus on it. It does like I was worried it'd be turned into like a flashback, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where almost at the end. Oh yeah, here's a half-hour flashback, which works for that movie. No works for this movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
What? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
I don't remember a flashback, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Or maybe I just blocked that part out because I'm like, get back to the sword.
Go on the branch already. But yeah, I really like the friendship between the two. What was this guy's name? I forget his friend, the alien guy.
Frisbee.
Frisbee, yeah, Frisbee with the mechanic. And I love that, like, he's like way into the machines too. Like he's all about it. He's like, yeah, I got this. He's like, you can't put that machine. He can't put that engine in there. Like the main like old mechanic guy's like doesn't even trust him. And he's like, I got it. He's like, I can do whatever. And he's like, get the one that's gonna blow him to hell. He's like, yeah, you're gonna need it. I kind of wish they put guns on there, but I like how it's just straightforward. And he did a lot of good dodging in between them, which is cool.
He is weirdly pacifist. Where
He just wants to race.
Yeah, he's gonna win. He won, barely.
Got the heart of a racer. That's how you win.
Yeah, it's not about the car; it's about the heart.
Heart of the cars. That's the heart of the cars. Nioh style.
Even for Machine Head, when you are the car. Well, he would fully have. I think he needs to fully transfer himself into a car because he like jacks himself in, kind of. He like jumps into it.
Half the characters in this movie turn themselves into the vehicles.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love the military part where they got like the airplanes and the mechs, and then like the one wheelie things, which are so cool. That the rival guy has, and he's tracking down Trava on the track. And just
bioweapons.
yeah, and just all the stuff. The president guy, he's just like ah, he's just just all the time.
I like how the movie was ultimately about the race, because even though it was really had a lot of characters and very character driven, the second the race is over, the movie just ends.
Yeah.
So like half of the plot points are just still going on. But
Yeah.
Because the race is over.
Yeah, it's done.
Like
it ends with the final.
The world leaders and what happened to that fight with the bioweapons.
I trust the magical girl princess to do the right thing.
Yeah.
They seem to know what's up.
Magical princess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just a plan to like get over on Robo World.
Yeah. And what a way to do it! That to you know, show the world how they're screwing everybody over or screwing the treaty.
Very publicly too. As
Yeah, that's the best way.
You get that graph of the people watching. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Pretty much
highly rated show.
the entire galaxy's watching, so yeah, all our secrets are released.
Like I said, half the movie, more than half, most of the movie is not racing, it's preparing for the race, but it's still very engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought there was more racers, but there's only like 10 of them. Or all the little, like all the intros that they do is all the racers. Except for the ones that add on, that come in.
Some are doubles.
Yeah. I kind of wish they had a more training part. They could have had like a friendly race between the racers, like how they were training, like how he ran into her on the road, or he was trying to chase her down and he crashed.
No, they didn't.
Like that would have been fun.
That much on the flashback. I think they looked at like that big because they're kind of invoking the trope, but they don't want to get bogged down in the minutiae of the
Racing really.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I meant like him and her and like other racers had like a friendly sparring race in between, just to show more racing, you know. And he had that other car, which they only showed for 2 seconds. He's like, oh yeah.
The only time they interacted was at the restaurant.
What, with him and the girl?
No, like all the other racers, the only time they ever interacted was at that restaurant.
Yeah, that was like their, I guess like racing party? Like, because they were all there. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't need more racing. It
No.
had like training on their own.
Yeah, I just thought that would have
In the competition.
Because I do like that car he drive for 2 seconds.
Yeah, he crashed like 3 times and he's like, he's fine.
I need more power. That's why I'm crashing. I don't have enough power.
Yeah.
And then he crashed to victory.
Yeah, so you do it.
It was just them in a flaming seat. And they're running?
Yeah. Pretty much, they were just running at the end.
Yeah, I think the blast shot him forward.
That's what seems to be it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, sorry, another quick shout out to another racing short. If you guys like, anybody out there loves these racing animes, is Tail Enders, which is very similar concepts in like racing and like design and like, I don't know, just the racers evolving on the track to keep going forward to win. But yeah, check
the
it.
same people.
No, that's
Connected
different.
or-
That's different. It's same kind of style, but I'm pretty sure it's different people, different, and it's a different art style and everything. It's like more of like a 3D kind of, like cell shaded kind of thing, at least for parts of it. But yeah, that's Tailenders, and that's on YouTube. And if you guys want to check that out, just check it out on YouTube, along with Trava. Good racing stuff. Good racing anime.
You want to go way back. I'm dating myself horribly here, but if anyone recalls Liquid Television,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
did
yeah.
one of their segments was a brief racing anime
Mm-hmm.
about a racer who was so determined to get a victory, he like telepathically pushed himself forward to race.
I remember that.
He set the track record, but also blew himself up or something. I forget. It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah,
Track
he's
it
like,
down.
yeah, he's exploding while he's winning. Yeah. The some band used that for their music video or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it couldn't. Maybe it was just a fan video on YouTube, but it worked very well. I remember the song. I forget, it was like Apex Twins or something like that. It might have been something like that. Uh, but yeah, that's a really cool short. Just type in racing short Liquid Television and it'll pop up.
That's on YouTube. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's
Thanks,
a whole bunch,
YouTube.
it's got everything. Even if you take it down, it'll just pop back
a
up
whole
again.
bunch of racing anime and whatnot.
Yeah, or Initial D that I've only seen a couple episodes of. Or I think that was, or some other, I don't forget what it was. Some racing anime.
That's
Something
more important
shift.
than racing.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift. But yeah, I don't know. I guess anything about the story or any other notable things that you liked about this movie?
I liked how cheeky and self-aware it was. I mean, they were just out there and being ridiculous and embraced ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And they weren't above poking fun at themselves. One of my favorite parts was, well, again, anime titties, just briefly.
Yeah, you gotta
But
throw
it
them in
was
there.
hilarious. You gotta throw them in there. It
It's
was
an anime
hilarious that
trope.
it's hilarious that you're watching Shinoshi wander around her apartment topless. She flips on the news, and immediately they show footage of her on the news, and she's complaining about the news taking a shot of her ass.
Yeah. And she's topless.
While we're busy watching her topless.
I know, that's the joke. It's great.
Yeah. So
She's
I
in her
like that.
home.
She's
Where would
making
she
food.
want-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
But they're
cook with
like,
that
yeah.
shirt on.
You don't need a shirt to cook.
Need that just that self-aware dealing with the male gaze issue. I just thought it was hilarious. They're just
Having a
fun
snack.
with it. And also like the shoutouts and callouts and everything else. Like they got characters from other animes in here. There's familiar themes. I mean, doing racing shows, other tropes. You mean, just
The Superboy Girls, their theme song.
yeah,
They're so over the top.
yeah. They're just over the top and having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of just ridiculous.
They're one of my favorite parts because like you get a whole sense of their whole world just from their character. Like they don't use magic. They love the racing. They're all about it. They like having fun, and they're just like playing by like the rules because they dig the thrill of the race. They know what it is, and they love it, and they're throwing the party. They're breaking the treaties to have the race. And the guy's like, are they invading us through a theoretical hyper hole or something? Or
Yeah,
rip
how
through
dare
space? And he's
they?
like, how dare they?
How
He's
dare
like-
they invade us with theoretical constructs? Yeah.
Yeah, theoretical constructs. Yeah, that's a good line. And then, yeah, the general dude, he's like, is it ready? He like goes in. And then, yeah, it's Evangelion or, yeah, Kira. He like morphs into this, I guess, another bioweapon that they've been making. And then fights
Amazing.
the remnants of
Fight
Funky Boy.
Boy.
Yeah, holds him down.
Yeah.
And he was still in control, too, because he's like, what are you standing around for, you idiots? He's like, go after him. He's like, they're
he's
still
giving orders.
racing. Yeah. He's like, they're still
You
racing,
never see the end
jerks.
of that fight because it's not important as the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll await the I think the general guy ought to take up Funky Boy, because they did blow it to hell with that laser cannon.
But
Then
he
he came back.
regenerated like Cell.
Yeah, but I mean
And
that's a big blast. You just knocked him down for a second, or
just
like
from-
entirely out for a second.
well, if the general can hold out for 2 hours, they can blast Funky Boy again. Apparently.
Or yeah, I would gather all the forces on Funky Boy. And I and
If there
and
wasn't
I'm
much left. They managed to destroy their army pretty damn.
Yeah,
Effective.
Robo World
Yeah.
is wrecked.
yeah, dude, they're screwed. And I'm guessing the rest of the forces and stuff like gotta pick up the remnants of the general or the rest of Robo World. Yeah, what are they gonna do with that planet? Like, I'm
That
I'm
planet
sure.
is conquered.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be taken out because they knew they broke the treaty and all that other crap. This place is done.
Yeah.
Some other place is gonna come invade before that Funky Boy fight's even done, being over.
So is the Redline Corporation or group, like, are they part of the government? Or they just, like, manage Redline races like FIFA?
I think they
So it's
just.
like they,
I think they're
I
just
think
a
they're
racing
not
corp. Yeah.
answerable, so they're like, oh, like, no one's gonna care they destroyed Robo World because they were so entertained.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're like FIFA because they do appear to be massively corrupt.
Yeah, and because they're
They
high.
hired
Yeah.
the guys to sabotage the cannons.
Uh
So they could have the race.
Yeah.
So
So
they're
when,
committing war crimes just for a race, and everyone loves it.
yeah, because the ratings, man. You know how much money he's
Yeah, 'cause
riding
they're
on
not
this.
like technically a country.
He's
not
like, he
a
could
war,
buy-
They're just like, yeah,
He's
don't
like he.
censor Redline. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like when they first even said it, he's like, "You will not have Redline on my planet. I will destroy anybody who sets foot on here." And they're like, "Are you gonna join? Are you gonna join the race anyway?" And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Of course." They're like, "Redline's gonna happen anyway."
It's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
They had a line in there about how much money he makes, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he said it was
Well,
enough
guess
to.
what,
He's
Redline?
like, you know how much is riding on this? He's like, enough to buy a couple planets or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. A whole planet.
Couple planets.
Yeah.
I have to assume we're like countries nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're in the.
And it just
They-
yeah, the
they have
universe
more
loves
races.
that race, dude. And in the intro too, it says it, and it's like, doesn't it have some like text intro where it's like in a future world where airships reign or whatever, and it's like they
What?
still love the thrill of Redline. Or was that in there?
It was Japanese text, so it was not translated, so I don't know what it said.
Oh, that's what it said. Yeah. That's what
And
I'm
also,
pretty sure
How
that's
do
what
you
it
get a
said.
translation?
I was watching the Blu-ray.
You didn't have Blu-ray.
All right.
yeah, physical media. I kind of want to work because I think the subs were different than the dubs, but Amazon only had this dubbed version.
Yeah, well, I was watching the dub just because I wanted to sit back and watch the animation. But the dub is better because the voices were kind of getting to me a little bit. And I was like, eh. I was like, JP's not really working for me. Everybody else is alright. There's a lot of crying. Everybody's crying for a second. And like
Yeah.
3 scenes in a row. I was like, alright. It's like the clerk and then the guy in the bar. And then I don't know, the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, when she was like fixing her car, I was like, "Why are you crying?" It's like, just dig your car out.
So for all those crying scenes back to back, is that what you're saying?
They're too close
As soon as
together,
they
yeah,
threw it in a row,
yeah,
Like we got really emotional real quick.
They
I
had
mean,
to
they're
get all the
racing.
emotion out of the way at once so they get back to the racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Alright,
just
you're
something I
sad,
noticed.
You're sad, you're sad. Alright, back to the
Yeah, yeah. It was just something I noticed. I was like, "Why is everybody crying?"
It was pretty neat. They just had to go with that, just the hyped up emotions of it. It's also, it's like the storytelling was like this. The animation style was like really hyped up and oversaturated. You know,
Yeah,
amped up.
just over the top, just over stylized to the max. Maybe not to the max, but over stylized for sure. But I dig it. You don't see movies like this, like that often.
Gonzo is what you want. What you want to describe it as.
Gonzo?
Yeah, it works. It works for a high octane thrill ride.
Yeah. I love it. I love F-Zero. I need them to make F-Zero. or just make a sequel.
Yeah,
Redline 2.
yeah, I can't believe Redline's so popular in this huge galaxy with billions, billions of people. There's only 8 races. F-Zero has like 30.
Yeah, I know.
Racers.
That's what I thought. I thought they had more
What do they do with
racers.
8 people?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
It's so
it takes.
dangerous.
I guess
The racers would be dropping off. It wouldn't be fun to watch.
I think it's just because it's so hard
But
to
no, it's
to
not.
win the race.
But,
That's only the people that qualified to even go to the race.
but Redline's like the Premier League because they have the yellow line and they have blue line qualifiers too. So there's a whole
Yeah, but I'm
landscape of
saying there's
racing.
just like there's more people and it'd be more thrilling.
Yeah,
It'd be too hard to bet. They're
Too hard
like
to
being
bet.
shot and blowing up.
it's
You have a better
prestigious.
chance of people
It's like
making
the
it to end,
playoffs or
keeping
something,
it
right?
going longer,
Football
making it more
teams are taking each
entertaining.
other out. Something like
Yeah,
that.
there's not 8 teams in the NFL. There's like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also
This is their
this
Super Bowl.
particular Red Line.
I guess that's
Yep.
my nitpick. More racers.
But they had
No,
two
yeah,
good
I thought
people
so too. I
dropping
agree.
Out of this one, though.
Oh, a bunch did
Yeah,
drop out.
They got
Yeah.
replaced to have the total of 8.
Yeah, they did. But 2 dropped out. Who else joined besides JP?
Well, weren't they part of the team?
Who?
The 2 that dropped out, weren't they a duo?
No. One guy was like,
No.
he's like, I'm not dumb enough to do this, and the other guy is like, I work with these guys, I can't do that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe they were a duo. I don't know. I thought it said the 2 players dropped out.
2 did, but I thought they were a duo because yeah, it really only focuses on JP, and they're like, "Are you joining?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "They're voted in. He's the fan favorite choice."
Well, I guess who was there that wasn't in the yellow race? Trava, I guess. The Trava and the lobster dude.
It might have been one. I don't remember. I only remember the race.
Yeah, it's the meat potatoes.
Oh yeah, no, not and a lot of everybody wasn't in the other one. But yeah, I would like a sequel. I wouldn't mind a sequel, just like with even new characters or something.
Redder line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that soundtrack's bumping too, because
Just-
every time they kick in,
yeah,
getting serious,
it
the
kicks
line
in.
Kicks in.
yeah. Good driving music. The yeah, if they made a sequel, just have it be shorter, because it could be even crazier, and then just have it be all racing. You
Yeah,
don't.
because that's the problem. Same with like Godzilla movies. Like 2 hours of Godzilla fighting would be boring, but everyone says that's what they want.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
Only racing, it would be boring. You need to interrupt it with like.
And the perfect way to interrupt it is between the races is like how they did in this one with the little character shots. So you get like tiny little background of who's there, and then so like
Yeah.
round 1 you do with these, and then have a quick little break. Round 2 you do another set, and round 3, and then it's the finals. It's like 1, 2, 3 race, and then there's like only a tiny little break in between them. That's what I want too. I want to see a movie where it's just all action. Just give it to me. Make it work, somebody.
It wouldn't. You would only be like 30 minutes tops. You'd get bored.
Nah, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, make it work. Like, have those other parts that are in
Just
there.
make it work.
Do it for me. Make it work.
Yeah, no, so that's the hard part. Is making it work. I got an idea. You gotta make it work. Yeah, well, what's the shortest length of a movie? Like an hour, 20 minutes? Or like
Yeah,
90
80
minutes?
maybe.
80 minutes, yeah. So, that's not, I think that, yeah. It could work. Even more so in a racing movie, I think. Like how they did it in this one. This one's already pretty short. If they cut
I
out
feel like
a
you keep
little bit out.
really fresh by having different biomes constantly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Have different racers, all whatever.
No, they're in the desert, which Speed Racer did, but
And
not
then-
really.
And then they could have, the different
They
racers.
had different biomes, but not for that reason.
Go to different planets. I want to like fight through Ashford Field or something. Like, give me a Rainbow Road or some crazy shit. But you could even do like a nod to JP and be like, oh, they're enjoying their winnings from the last race, so they're cutting this one out or something, preparing for the next round. I don't know, some crap like that or something.
He found love. He doesn't need the race anymore.
Yeah, they found they raced to the finish line.
They were there each other's finish line.
I mean, it's gonna be harder for each of them to top that win.
There's always the next one. That's
Yeah, they gotta race more. Now
Yeah.
they'll be a duo, and they'll be worse, and they'll be strife,
Yeah.
and they'll overcome it, and then they'll win.
And then they'll win. Then it'll be a regular movie again.
Yeah. You're welcome. Redline 2.
Yeah. But yeah, quick. Anybody want notes about the animation style? I think we already hit on. But I love it.
Like those
Just
thick lines.
yeah, thick lines, man, and just a real clean, crisp. Like they get that weird bubble vision a lot, like in old music videos, like a Beastie Boys video or something like that, where it's all kind
But
of
it
like
works.
warped.
You're like, I feel the speed.
Yeah, the weird tunnel vision where they hit the nitro,
Tunnel vision, speed lines.
and just the cool when he pops it in their little nitro balls or whatever these things are.
This ritual, yeah. Nitro ball ritual.
Yeah.
That's what makes it work, because you see him repeat the sequence of motion, so you know it's coming every time he starts it up.
Yeah.
That's why he has the pompadour. Makes it longer, like Lincoln with his top hat.
He's like, hold on,
Lean into it.
gotta top it up.
I mean, I liked it, but I also thought it was funny because it was.
The hold on, the racer guy, the commentator guy, even says it too. He's like, that hair. He's like, you got to be kidding me, or something like that. He's like, he mentions it in a funny way. The veteran racer that's an announcer.
Yeah, the announcer, the old winner.
Yeah.
Commentator.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, I liked it. It was weird for me because I just thought the art style was ugly, but it was so vibrant and colorful that it kind of won me over.
Oh.
Like I didn't,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
particularly care for the thick lines, but I liked how just, like I said, the colors were oversaturated. It was always in motion, vibrant. The characters were all well drawn.
Yeah. I love her
Even when
hair.
they're just sitting there, it's very like detailed. It reminds me of a comic book, actually.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's a. I like the animation style. It's a style you don't get like that often.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't look like almost anything else, so that's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's an anime thing and I just never noticed, but you know how in some like cartoons or whatever, only it'll be like on cells, the backgrounds that they don't interact with, and you can like tell
Yeah.
that it's part of the background. Like the secret bookcase in Scooby Doo is obviously the one that has like more detail and coloring.
It pops out. Yeah.
But like in this, like it's all nothing looks like that. Like it all looks the same.
Scooby-Doo.
Like
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
detailed.
I
I don't
hear
know
you.
if that's an anime thing, but I don't know if I just never noticed it.
No, it
Thought
is. I know
about it.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. It's totally
But
a
like
thing.
in anime, is that a thing too?
Oh, I get.
I think so,
I would
yeah.
depend on the anime. Yeah.
It depends on the quality of the animation.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But like this one didn't have it. Like everything is like anything looks like you could jump or move at any time.
Yeah. Everything's in focus.
It kind of frequently is too. The whole thing's just.
Yeah, that's why I love it, dude. It does remind me of Speed Racer in that way, where because Speed Racer is like that too, where like everything's in focus, and I wish movies would do that more, because it is weird kind of to look at first, but I dig it. Like, maybe not all the time for every scene always, but like how they did in Speed Racer, yeah, like, and I guess this movie too. Like, I didn't really think of it before, but yeah, people should use that style more. I guess it's safe for like dream sequences or something like that, or like if you're in like a fantasy place or some shit
It's not
like
like it's
that.
hard to follow or anything. Like, everything could be in focus because it's not like really far away like real life. It's just the TV, whatever.
It's just the TV.
No reason it can't all be in focus.
Yeah. Well, it's also like when they shift focus between one character and they're in the background, foreground, and one's talking or whatever, or does a different phase or changes emotion or something. Like it's a good camera trick or whatever. It's effective, but yeah, I agree. Like I want more info. Like it's a style I would like to see more in anime, or well, anime is easy, but like in more movies, like regular movies.
Especially animated movies, like draw everything in focus.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it look like a movie, so they have to
I want it to look like
use
a
the
movie.
same rules.
I want it to look animated.
Yeah.
Do crazy shit in animation.
Make it look like a crazy coloring book brought to life.
Theater to move.
I need a moving lava. I need a lava lamp movie. Give it to me.
Like a screensaver?
Yeah.
Just a movie that's vibrant.
But a movie?
That's the action movie, yeah. The hour and 20 screensaver action movie.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Racing or action, whatever. Both. But yeah, I love the animation style. Definitely want to see more. I gotta look up this guy's other work. I didn't do it now, but I want to see what else he's did. I know he did the Travis short, but like, I gotta look see what he's done since.
The animation studio is just Madhouse, and they've done a lot.
Yeah, the studio. Yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
movie. I don't know what else off the top of my head. Just Dragon.
Cool. They do a bunch of
No,
stuff.
no,
Yeah.
but the director himself has actually been involved with a lot of things, surprisingly.
Yeah.
We got time here, I can rattle down a list. He's been
Oh,
before
yeah,
he's
go for
director,
it.
he's actually a key animator. He worked
Nice.
on a lot of things, including let's see what we got here. Ninja Scroll, 93 Ninja Scroll.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude. Classic.
He worked on a Win Nin. He was one of the animators on a Win Ninja Asia,
Of course he was.
believe it or not.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Urusei Yatsura number 6. Dark Side Blues.
Oh, I love
Movie.
Dark Side Blues. Or I don't love. I like Dark Side Blues.
It's a Vampire Hunter Deep Bloodlust. He was the key animator.
I'm gonna pick that
The
movie.
animator.
Yeah.
I'm doing Dark
Better
Side
than
Blues
just
at
an
some point.
animator.
Pat Labor 3, which we didn't get around to watching. He was also an animator on Dead Leaves, so it explains his general style.
Dead Leaves, yes. That's why I know about this guy. Is he did Dead Leaves, and
Yep.
that's what I first saw him from, and that led me to Trava,
Well-
and that led me to Redline.
He also worked on Trigun, Badlands Rumble,
Nice,
Yeah,
And,
that's
um,
Madhouse.
and a bunch of Lupin the Third.
nice. Yeah, that's a good list.
Gravestone of Daisuke Jigen, Mini
Of
Fujiko
course.
Tori or Luna.
I don't know who that is.
The same.
Is that newer?
Yeah, newer Lupin. Lupin, however you want to pronounce it.
Lupin?
Lupin.
Lupus?
Spelled with an I, but they always say Lupin.
Lupin.
But I only know that from Lupin the Third.
What else did he do? Keep going.
That was just a short abstract.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's all over the place, man. Love it.
Yeah, so it's cool. And this is like the major thing he directed. But hopefully we'll see more of his work in the future. I mean, it's kind of been a few years.
I'm
since
sure
we
he's
did this, but
cooking up
hopefully we'll see
something.
more.
This movie took a long time. I remember the development being like really long, and I remember reading about it like for years. Like, oh, it got delayed again or some crap, or another year. And I was like, what? Another year?
It's what, labor of love.
Yeah, for sure.
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah, some of the scenes like they just show his boots on the ground, and they're like insanely detailed. Like it looks like a freaking painting or something. I'm like, all right, like Ren and Stimpy. You know how it gets like crazy detailed at some points. That definitely happens in this movie, where like some shots are like where they show his car like in the garage. I think at one point, or it's just like boom, it's like
Yeah.
super detailed shot of his sweet ass car.
I do love his car. Well, it starts out as a Trans Am. It just goes to show he's got the pompadour, he's got the muscle car.
It's all
The
about it, dude.
Japanese had like a culture with fascination with American 50s culture,
Yeah, dude.
which is
It's so funny.
explainable. We've kind of gone over that before, though.
Yeah, we love each other.
The
It's good.
fallout-
It's good
fallout from the
stuff.
Second World War.
We're
Fun stuff
getting-
like
we're
that.
getting
The
back.
Space Dandy has a bit of that too,
Yeah,
along with that same hairstyle.
And a race episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Definite Space Dandy vibes. Of like the wacky universe kind of like thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they just showed up in the background of Space Dandy. That would be like a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Definitely similar tone, I guess, or similar
Great.
like feel, like
Even
cartoony world.
even like Fully Cooley, it's got a little bit of that vibe too, just because it's so bonkers.
Yeah,
Got that frenetic energy going on in there.
for sure. Yeah, Dead Leaves, man. Dead Leaves is good. I remember that. That's
And these are
interesting.
the opposite of the movies we've been watching because they're very frantic and high paced and all over
Yeah,
the place.
and like eccentric.
No sitting around thinking in these.
Yeah, there are no long
No time for
shots,
that.
no panning long shots. Yeah, thinking about life and
and
existence. It's like,
your car's gonna flip, and you spin like a top.
Yeah.
I love it.
and it's got a front
Yeah.
wheel that he does front wheelies with at some points.
I've got the feeling though that the Fast and the Furious franchise continues long enough, it'll turn into this somehow.
Yeah.
Only be an improvement.
It just turned. Whoopsie! It kicked it, and then it does. His car just turns into one of those like those racer like funny dragster car, like a drag race car
Yeah.
or whatever. Like it's just they just put the shell on top of it. I love it. Where it just peels away. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
just put the
I feel like it'd be
Trans Am on
harder to
top.
drive. Harder to steer with only one wheel in the front. It's a tricycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a drag racer.
But that was awesome.
It's neat.
But yeah, I guess any closing thoughts, and if you feel like rating it at all, and yeah, anything else you want to say about this movie, this fantastic film,
Rate it supersonic.
Supersonic,
Mach 9.
supersonic speed.
Yeah, I'll give it a
And,
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Genesis out of Sonic Generations.
Sonic
Nice.
Generations, out of a
Yeah,
Sonic
that was-
Pantheon or Generations.
Yeah, Sonic 2 is good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in that praise. All right. Yeah, I totally love this movie. Not love. I like this movie a bunch. I can't wait to see this guy do something else. I know he's got something cooking. I can feel it.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's just a
Something else
sequel to
will come out
this.
in 11 years.
Yeah, dude. And this took a long time, so like, maybe
I
he's
think
just
the Lupin
doubling
was-
down. So he's doing another, labor of love, like crazy project like that. And if it is like hand drawn stuff, then not doing, kicking it old school like this movie is for the most part. Like, then yeah, take all the time you want, dude. Just keep keep drawing it over and over again.
I'm pretty sure those Lupins I mentioned that were like after Redline, at least one of them. So he might have been doing that.
Yeah. I mean, like another movie like this that he can do, and then this is his style, because like Dead Leaves is like that, and I know he did that, and then Trava is like this, which is I want to see more of this guy's stuff. But yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10. No, engine number 9 out of 10. Some people will get that.
It's Mach 5 out of 6.
Mach 5 out of 6, yeah. I gave it an
TNG,
yeah.
master of a movie.
It's a it's engine number 9 out of 10. Only reason it's not a 10 is just, I don't know.
It is slow for a racer.
Tiny more, yeah, I needed more of that race in the middle. That's what I wanted. Then it would have been a 10 out of 10. But yeah.
It makes the race better when it builds to it.
Yeah,
There's
and the
a whole
music
movie
kicks
there
in
to prepare
again.
for it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel it. I felt it. I felt it. But yeah, this movie totally rocks. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. Redline by Takeshi Koike, from 2009 or 10. Yeah, and we'll be doing another one next week. Not sure we have planned for that, but look forward to
It'll be
it.
something good.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and see you later.